Hi, grade 6, bringing you some Parked this morning, and we are at June 18th from Cal's perspective. They're making smoothies. An extension cord runs from the orange van to a blender on the table behind it. I passed them on the way to the greenery this morning. The bearded guy in the red camper van looked to be in charge. He had the tall lady in camo washing green spinach, chard, parsley in a metal bowl. The girl was close by reading a book in a lawn chair. The camo lady walked over, a test sip on a spoon, and the girl accepted it without looking up. I slump across the greenway counter, sketching the scene from memory. Then set aside my pencil. I tear at an almond croissant, lay a shred on my tongue. The butter in it curdles somewhere between my mouth and my stomach. They are all friends now. Cal, buddy, serve the customers croissant. Mac bumps me with her hip as she passes by. He'll be right with you, sir. Do people living outside make friends faster than people living inside? I can't imagine running an extension cord from our house to the Paglios next door so we could make a bright green smoothie together in a blender. I mean, we have our own blender, our own kitchen, and our own electricity. Mom would probably sniff and tisk away and point out all the ways they turned out wrong. It would be easier just to stay home. June 18th, Jean Ann. A criminal, but perhaps not a mastermind, is what I think of Sandy. While wrapping the $20 bill he gave me around my thumb and sipping my smoothie, it tastes like frozen spinach and oatmeal cut with bit of honey. He gave me $20 for helping out. Crisp bills. Mom didn't stop him. I tried not to dwell on what this means. She told me to sip mine slowly and took hers with her to get peanut butter, jelly bread, and a can of scurvy-fighting pineapple. And then she came right back. No job search today. Yesterday she tried 8 places, no dice. She sharpened her knives to a murderous point afterwards. She doesn't want to talk about it. I know she's trying, and I know she's mad. I prefer smiling Mom, barreling through barefoot paths after the snow cleared. It wasn't that long ago. I'm back in Sandy's living room, between the tail of Carrot and the front line of his red camper van, sitting in a lawn chair, his card table between us. Isn't that sunset a knockout or what, he declared, slapping a magazine against a suitcase that always seems to be right beside him. The magazine looks brand new, probably lifted from a nearby mailbox. He got his feet kicked up on the cooler that holds the smoothies. The sun is streaking across the sky like orange sherbet. I'm reading the part of Cheaper by the Dozen when the 12 kids pile into the family car for a joyride with no seatbelts. Kids stacked on kids, and I'm feeling something in my chest, but I'm not convinced it's awe. I want 11 brothers and sisters. A huge family could not live inside this van. I will admit the sunset tops the ones over the Holiday Inn in Upton. No one pulled a chair up to watch those. Still, what would I give to be back in Chicago defrosting a waffle over the radiator? Sandy talks in a loud voice Mom may or may not be hearing from inside the van. Somewhere nearby, someone is frying bacon. It's torture. I've lived the indoor, everyday, the same life, Sandy says, fondling the pink petals of the potted plant beside his chair. Too many rules, too much clutter. He grabs at the air. This is freedom. This is the way. A life under the stars and sky, nature's confrontation. Anyone who has used the cement toilets in the public restrooms and still says this is the way has seriously lost their way. He tells me he's a serial entrepreneur and shakes his giant key ring. I think it's more likely that he has mugged a janitor. He tells me that the smoothies are a trend investment. He tells me the first rule of business is buy low, sell high. He waves to the hot dog vendor Bob, who pushes past us with his cart 12 times a day, leaving a trail of salty, smoky steam that smells so good the CIA could use it to pry secrets out of prisoners. He palms a 20 from a tattooed bike messenger who lives 4 vans back. He raised a thumb at the man in the yellow raincoat and rain boots. Beautiful day, Gus. He tells me he plans to pull up the stakes as soon as he can implement his big plans to drive around the world with his best mate, leaving any day. In the meantime, we're going to have a great time, neighbor, he said. He uses we like Mom and I have been absorbed into a group, his group. I think he means all the people living outside. He talks as fast as a rushing river. And you, he said, gesturing to the carrot. He leans back in his chair. What? I ask. Are you free? I laugh out loud. I think I hear my mom laughing inside the carrot too. And that's the end of that. We'll see you in a few days with more Heart. Have a great weekend.